more concerns. This is Shraddha Nasir, and today we're diving into a rather strange and somewhat terrifying world of human cloning. And I'm here to argue mainly because human cloning is just a bad idea. Cloning sounds like a fantastic idea, right? Who wouldn't have wanted a 2.0 version of themselves? But think about it. Do we really need a second version of ourselves? What if your clone turns out to be way cooler than you and suddenly you're stuck into a never-ending battle for the best Instagram life? But in all seriousness, cloning isn't just about creating a second version of yourselves. Imagine the potential risks. Cloning often has health issues. Studies on cloned animals show that many suffer from premature aging and organ failure and other serious conditions. So we might be creating a world where you're just a clone isn't an insult, rather a medical diagnosis. And here's a thought. What if something goes horribly wrong, just like our lives?
Oh my god.
And instead of a perfect copy of a human clone, you get an unexpected twist. A clone who's a mix of you and a dolphin. What would you do sharing a shower with a half dolphin and a half human? Expensive shampoo bottles rubbing on its tail. This could be a mind nightmare.
Real.
Now let's talk ethics. Cloning could lead to a world where humans are seen as products, not people. Imagine a future where we're selling clones on the internet. Buy one, get one free. It's like Garage, but instead of fast shipping, you get faster bread. Good thing we don't have moms here, or else I would be against it. You're that to laugh, okay?
Oh my god.
We don't have moms here, right? Okay, we would generate a society where clones are actually treated like second-class citizens. But the terrifying point is, they're not real people. Are we ready for a world where we ask, is it a clone or a person every time we meet someone new? Think about how the elites and the powerful people in our world might choose cloning. Imagine influential politicians, businessmen, celebrities, or even secret agencies using cloning technology for their gain. They could eliminate a rival, replace them with a clone, and completely under their control. Picture this. A secret agency takes out a celebrity, replaces him with a clone, and now the clone acts as a puppet, which would impact his public figure, and unethical things could be promoted from him.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the world is being run by people, or I would say clones, who can be manipulated at will. It sounds like a plot twist straight off a spy thriller. But the question arises, is it really that far-fetched? And for families, it could also be emotionally manipulating. Sure, some might think cloning might help grieving families. But let's face it, can you really replace someone you've lost with a clone? If your mother loses a child, how is it possible to think of a clone as your own child? Because the reality is, it isn't. The delusions will make it worse for her to accept the reality. Imagine trying to explain that to your relatives. Imagine an Uncle Bakhtavar dies in your family and now you're explaining to your relatives, oh, Uncle Bakhtavar is dead, don't worry, you've got a clone of him in the basement, it's just a bit more cringy than that.
Oh my god.
In conclusion, while the idea of cloning might sound appealing in theory, its problems go way more far-fetched. It's easier done than said. If cloning is somehow ever made possible, we should know our world would enter an era of complete terror and downfall. As we put everything, including our identities, at risk. If cloning comes into practice, would anyone ever know who the person next to them is? Thank you.